Can we make the app accessible to them, right? And when we saw, yeah, it was not accessible.
That there's an economy around disability. The drivers have earned more than 2 crores. These are almost 1 lakh drivers.
In fact, we are extending this to cabs and across multiple cities. Yeah, like I initially told, can we move, all the people who are moving, right? And maybe all the things that are moving also. At utility pricing, by being people first, by being open to Samaj Sarkar and Bazaar coming together. I mean, if we reflect and see what would have caused this growth also, right? One, our initial idea was just to do a reference implementation for Beckn protocol. Like there was UPI protocol, OCEN protocol for credit. Beckn protocol was done for mobility, later extended to other domains. We wanted to do a reference application, and that was what we did as Yatri. And COVID happened and that did not scale. But some of the auto drivers in Bengaluru actually reached out and asked, hey, can you build something like that here, right? And given Bengaluru is home ground, we were super thrilled. We wanted to understand drivers. We wanted to, Vimal bought a couple of autos. He started driving autos. I also had chance to drive some. I've taken some 200, 300 rides. All with the idea of understanding drivers better. We started learning Kannada, talking to drivers more, involving them in building the product itself, right? While most other apps were customer first, our intuition was we should go driver first, because most of the work is done by the drivers. We brought down the cost of running this application to less than 1 rupee per ride, and we know we can reduce it even 2 to 3 times lesser than this. And this was kind of giving us conviction that you could run it at a very low scale, give this at utility pricing to drivers, and we started charging 25 rupees per day. We thought after we start charging, there could be some reduction in rides, etc. But drivers were super happy. They were actually willing to. Right now, all these payments happen through UPI AutoPay. The level of trust is so high that they say, "Hey, take more money from us, help us save, help us buy insurance." Help us in other things. See, we ourselves are not able to save and all that. So we're actually partnering with multiple players for driver welfare.
We realize that there's an economy around disability. We call it the purple economy, purple being the color for disability. And that's why we started with Namma Yatri, with the purple ride.
EnAble India, Shanti and Deepesh, they reached out and said, hey, there is a big potential with purple economy, and can we make the app accessible to them, right? And when we saw, yeah, it was not accessible. So our team went and sat in EnAble India. They saw how people who are visually impaired are able to use the phone. They were stuck at multiple places. Our folks also got sensitized about, how will visually impaired use the application, right? And they being there in EnAble India and working out of that office and understanding this deeper, they were able to solve this. And for auto, we launched it. In fact, we are extending this to cabs and across multiple cities.
We currently are in Bangalore. Only autos, Namma Yatri autos, are purple aware. It's now moving to cabs. It's moving to all the cities where Namma Yatri is operating. But more importantly, from the beginning, this has been a community-driven movement. Any step we have taken has been by having the community and the leadership from persons with disability in the forefront. So for us, it's exciting that a person with disability has a say on their future and their quality of life.
So after Purple Ride, I have much experience. I have so happy, because if I booked one auto, they will come the spot. So they are asking me where you want to go. The auto drivers tell about they are teaching about disabilities. So if they are coming by wheelchair, how to carry wheelchair. They are asking, so how can I help you? See, if I want to keep your wheelchair, just teach me, I will keep it.
What I have figured out that when the purple tag was initiated in Namma Yatri, initially I could figure out that the auto drivers accepted the rides very quickly, because they could see that, and they were often, I was asked that, ma'am, do you want us to come inside the lane to pick you up, or how is you accessible or not?
The drivers have earned more than 2 crores. These are almost 1 lakh drivers. And more importantly, they've earned a Purple Champion badge. We have drivers who have gone out of their way to take passengers with disabilities, saying that it gives them a feeling of happiness and pride, to work with persons with disability. It's called lime juice. Okay, let me tell you what it is. L is for listening to the person with disability. I is when you immerse and really understand their lived experience and understand the consumer. M is when you make with the person with disability. You can actually co-create. E is when you engage with your, it could be driver partner, it could be your delivery partner, whoever is actually doing the last mile service in your company. That's, you engage with them. Like in Namma Yatri, the drivers get videos, just small videos which enable them to know how to work with the person with disability. J is just in time. Let's not, boil the ocean. Just let's do a +1. Can your app or whatever become purple aware? After that, you'll become purple friendly automatically. You know how many consumers are there and you'll attract more. O is ongoing feedback. It's not going to happen once. And the second O is actually when you are part of open networks and get the benefit of the open network thinking. And the last and the most important is S for sustain, where you have a person with disability perhaps as part of your team to ensure accessibility and ongoing focus on the consumer with disability. This is exactly what's happened at Namma Yatri. They have now a person who's blind who's actually part of their team. Apart from the consumers with disability being relieved regarding the purple rides and the drivers being super happy, what has really given us goosebump moments have been people who've had issues which may not seem like disabilities but more difficulties. People who have a dialysis going on, somebody with cancer who's an amputee. And the one that really got us was a mother with a newborn baby saying, I want a purple ride, which means she wants an empathetic ride. She wants that time and care where, the driver does not go over the bumps, in a fast way. So, just thinking about it, that a world where we are empathetic to each other and how technology can make that happen just gave us goosebumps.
And we're open to many such possibilities for growth. Model itself is very open. This is open source also. We would like multiple governments to own it, multiple communities to own it up. One such initiative is this Purple Ride.
So the future we envisage is that not only purple rides, but everything in the purple economy is driven by the community of persons with disability. Yay.